So many people know about this already. I haven't given it to her yet.
You haven't?
No, so I can't talk about it. I don't want her to know like what it is, but somebody already told her it was a gun. Somebody went out of line and told her, but it's a gun.
It wasn't me. I didn't say anything.
No, I'm just. Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, it was just special, and it was such a special moment for me in country music, and I just think it was a special moment for country music to have a murder ballad and to have something and a duet and just something that was very different, still exists and still kind of prove that songs that country music was built on can still survive today, and there's just something really special about all that, and I wanted to commemorate that, and there's something cool about items. This was given to me by Ernest as a gift from the Dangerous tour, which was like the most successful tour in the world last year, or whatever the real statistic is, but it's something I'll have for the rest of my life because I can look at something and remember all the great times and all the great things that happened because of that, and that's one of the reasons. Similar thing to why, I'm giving her this gift that she hasn't received yet.
Could I ask
Hopefully
you, is
not.
there anything engraved on that necklace, or does it say?
Yeah, it says Dangerous right here, and then it has my last name, or Hardy, on the back. Yeah, I believe so. I'm starting to see some videos of some walkout songs, and it's like sold out in boots, and it's definitely not. It's the rock stuff that the athletes are resonating with, but that's great. I mean, kind of to go along with that, I mean, I especially on the rock side, like the songwriter in me, I'm always going to want to write deep songs and real songwriter songs, but on that side, I mean, I want those songs on the rock and roll side, on the heavier side, to be hype and like live music moments and things like that. And so, yeah, anything that hypes the athletes up, anything that gets them hyped when they're walking out and whatever they're doing I love it. More power to them. No, I wouldn't call it catch up. I definitely followed in her footsteps. And but when we were kids, like when I was 6 years old to literally 15, 16, she was, I wouldn't call myself the black sheep, but she was the golden child. And in a way of like, she was the singer and she won competitions and had opportunities and did this whole thing. And then she moved to Nashville, and then shortly after, a couple of years into her moving to Nashville, I had written a couple songs and it sort of was singing a little bit, and she basically called me and said, hey, there's this thing called a publishing deal if you ever wanted to move to Nashville and try to write songs. And then that's when it all started. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty crazy flip that kind of happened out of nowhere. I think even my parents and everybody were like, what the hell is going on? And it just sort of worked out. But she's been nothing but, I mean, not that there ever would be, but she moved here to be a singer, and then she obviously found her own way in a different path, and she has been nothing but supportive of me and has not ever looked back on her like wanting to be a singer. So she really opened a lot of doors for me.
And you've had her out with you on stage.
Yeah.
Like a good trade-off.
She sings One Beer with me sometimes. Yeah, it's cool. You don't want to know. No, I'm kidding. It's good. It's real too. I mean, everybody, especially once we get on the road, once we get into town, like I'm married, Ernest is married and has a kid, Morgan has a kid, Bailey's Bailey, and but we all kind of we do our own thing once we're in town. But once we get on the road, there's always something going on. Like, does anybody want to go throw baseball in the parking lot? Or Ernest usually like, does anybody want to go smoke weed in the parking lot? And but no, we're always chatting, we're always talking, trying to find something to do, and there's a real camaraderie there. The break that Morgan had to take, which I completely understand, was unfortunate, but I'm looking forward to getting back at it because it's going to be fun to hang out with my bros again. I'm excited.